Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is Zero from TechDragon.info, and today it is Saturday once again. I don't know where this week went, but apparently it's Saturday once again. Excuse me. My voice is still crap. I still have a cold. So, sorry about that. So it is Saturday once again, like I just said. Yep. Anyway, so we are looking at its even star here in the AMX 1375. Now, I personally find this tank so incredibly lackluster. Like, I don't know, I feel like this tank is just not good for anything. Its gun is meh at best. Its view range isn't really all that spectacular. Its camera rating is okay. Its speed is lacking. It's just, it doesn't feel like this tank has anything going for it, you know? There's certainly a lot of light tanks, like the T-71, for instance. You know, gets a pretty nasty gun that can fire rapidly, multiple shot, reloads pretty quickly, has pretty good penetration, you know, the tank itself is fast, has a good camera rating, you know, it has all kinds of things going for it. Where this tank is just, meh. That's the only way I can put it. And yes, I do own one myself. I'm still trying to grind through this dang thing, and it's just, I don't even want to take this tank out to play it. So hopefully I can learn something from this replay, and we'll hopefully see some stuff that I can use to get through mine, because god, this thing is terrible. I do have it fully researched. I'm just waiting to get the next tank unlocked. And I do find it difficult to do nothing with my light tanks, though. Well, not to do nothing, but to spot. I think spotting is very difficult. I'm not the only one. Got ass shots here. Nice. And that was it. Going for a reload. I've done the same. I don't know if it's here has a has 6 cents loaded on this commander, but since it hasn't gone off, he either doesn't have it or didn't get spotted. Since he's still sitting here, he probably has it and it didn't go off. I'm gonna assume. Stuart Mill in front of him is spotted. Gotta be careful here. Tanks are now probably close enough to spot him if he moves. He is sort of in a tree. Let's go to, if I can. There we go. Oh, you can't even see the tree because he's standing in it. Well, he is sort of in a tree there. Looking for a shot. Nah, I got nothing there. Don't think we can actually spot those people either right now. So, 3 of our team dead. 1 of the enemy dead. Not a great start. An M41 Bulldog there. So he's getting told to spot. I don't think people realize how the spotting mechanics work. And if you go too far forward, you just die. Suicide scouting doesn't really work most of the time. If you can sit in a bush, sit still, and just have... I mean, look at these people. They're all spotted. 4 of them. He is definitely spotting. Might not look like it, and I don't want to show these kind of replays too often, because this is, you know, very passive gameplay, but I think it's a good thing to show off, even if you don't like playing light tanks, just so you can get an idea of, if you see one sitting slightly behind where you're sitting, that doesn't mean he's not doing anything. A light tank doesn't necessarily have to be all the way up in the front in a bush, just underneath their noses. You know, you have view range, and you can pretty much see on the map what his view range is. He just spotted that thing. So, I do wonder, can I actually... No. Can't I? Oh, I can. Whoa, 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 whoa. Shot going into a tank behind him, just barely missing him. Yikes. So, the reason I want to show this off is just so you can see what light tanks actually do and how they function and, you know, what their mechanics are, and that if your light tank is in front of you, that you want to be careful to not sit between, you know, shoot somebody that's over your light tank, so past your light tank, because when the return shots come in, they'll go into the light tank, you know? Those kind of things. You have to consider your teammates as well, especially a light tank, because they don't want to move. They want to sit still, and they want to spot shit. And you don't want to disrupt them doing that. And that doesn't always mean, or that pretty much never means, that they have to move up forward into, you know, territory where they're gonna get murdered, because that helps no one. But people seem to think your light tanks will rush out ahead and go into the fields. No, A good light tank doesn't need to rush into the field. A good light tank will have him spotted regardless. And will actually survive longer because of it. So I think he's smelling blood here. He's seeing two tanks at very low health. Both distracted. Finishes off one. And almost, come on. Finish off the second one. Yep. And that is the things you need to learn on a light tank. You need to choose your moment. You need to figure out when you can move, where you can move, and what you can do. And this was the perfect opportunity to go in and grab 2 kills. Now, you know, it wasn't a whole lot of damage. It was only a couple hundred damage at best. But he did manage to take out 2 tanks, which means they can move up in the middle. People don't have to worry about the middle. You know, middle's cleared now. And people can move up. So it's great for digging out those last remaining enemy tanks. They're still sitting there. But what people often forget is a tank at low health still has a gun. As long as they're in the game, they can still shoot your ass. So having tanks at low health doesn't necessarily mean that they're no threat. They can very much still be a threat. Oh, don't go too far. Come on. Yeah, I did overshoot him a little bit. Come on. Yes. Luckily for us, the turret traverse on that thing is horrible, even with the track traverse. So this is what I'm talking about when picking your moment to rush forward and go kill shit. You have to wait for the right moment to have some support to be able to... Oh, found the artillery. There we go, put one in. Artillery just pretty much gave up. Ah, somebody else gets a kill. Lame. Oh well. We have 3 kills so far, not bad. Going for another reload. Yeah, you want to have your clip as full as possible at all times. If you know there's enough... No, not going to be anything for a while. Combat was last spot on the other side. Might as well go for a reload. There he is. We can't quite see him outside of render range. Come on. There he is. I don't think we're going to get shots into him, but hey, we can try. We're in a light tank. We are fast. He's getting shot though. Come on. Pull back, little Cromwell. You don't want to get shot. Pull back so we can shoot you. Give us some damage, damn you. Be nice to the enemy team. I think he's just gonna embrace his death. No! Come on, come on, we're so close. Need to put in 2 shells into his face to finish him off. Tiger's just gonna go for a ram. Oh, he still has some health. And yes! 4th kill. Let's take a look at the stats. And here we are with the stats. I do think, like I said, it's a good idea once in a while to show off these games. Just to educate people in the workings of a scout. And also educate people that don't play a scout to give you an insight of what's actually going on. So to give you an idea, this was an ace tanker. He got a spotter and a patrol duty. He did spot most of the enemy team, if not almost all of them. So for all those people that just shout, go scout, you know, go do this, go rush up. Give a scout some credit and look at where he's at and what his view range is going to be like. You can almost certainly say that most scouts will have either binoculars or coated optics, which gives them 10 or 25% more. You know, they have a big ass view range. So, yeah, as you can see here, walked with 1460 experience, did 1400 damage himself, which is, I mean, where is he? Here, 5th. No, 1, 2, 3, 4th. Excuse me, 4th. 4th in damage. That's not bad already. And top experience by quite a bit. So, this Stuart Emil, that was complaining about him not scouting. Yeah. You sure about that, buddy? 5.2k spotting damage. He spotted 8 vehicles. Okay, not quite the entire enemy team, but quite a bit. Damage 6, killed 4. So we did 1488 damage ourselves. Walked away with 61k profit on a premium account. Holy crap, on a non-premium tank. That is pretty damn nice. And a grand total of 4,380 experience. Very nicely done. And thank you for giving us a little bit of a look into the AMX 1375 and how it can work. Now, I usually don't have these kind of games, but apparently it can work like this. Let's move on to our next replay that hopefully is going to have a little bit more action, but this is good to show once in a while. And here we are with our next replay. We have Mizu in the 112. Let's take a look. This is the normal 112. This is not the premium. The premium is the WZ111. This is the 112 is normal tier 8. Not the normal, excuse me. the normal premium is what I was going to say. You have two tier 8 Chinese premium. You have the WZ111 and you have the 112. The 112 is the regularly available in the store. The 111 was available with an event. And I did the event for like 90+%. I did every nation except for the Japanese. I was about ready to give up because the only Japanese tank at that point I had was the what's that thing called? Crap, the tier 7. It's a piece of shit. It has the autoloader. I forgot what it's called. Wow, whatever. That thing. And I put it in a video, and I was pretty desperate at that point because that thing sucks so bad. Most of the Japanese do up till like tier 8, so yay. And a subscriber actually bought the token because for that event you had tokens available that you could buy to skip a nation. And I hope I don't get this wrong, but I'm pretty sure it was Atom Ant that got me the token for Japan. I hope I didn't mess that up. I'm pretty sure it was him. And he got me the token for the last nation I needed, which was Japan. And going for lower plate shot there, finishing off the object for 16. That's definitely a tank I still want to get at some point as well. I'm working on that line. It's probably the second most active line I'm currently working at. Now this thing, of course, being Japanese, has absolutely no gun depression whatsoever. As we bounce a shot from an IS-3. Yeah, these things have even less accuracy than the Russian or not accuracy, depression than the Russian tanks. So it's pretty bad. All we have is this turret. Not very likely that would go through. I think the gun is the standard 100. Yeah, I was gonna say standard 122mm. So 390 alpha, 175 pin. We do have heat rounds, which I do believe in this tank are actually pretty good. Check if I can find my cursor. Oh, there it is. 250 pin, 390 damage. Not bad. So this T-54 Mod 1 is getting chased down by an OI, not ONI, an OI. And gets murdered. Oh, got a sneaky T-21 up there, who just went AFK. This aim time. By the way, a question that a lot of people have is, did you see that aim time there? He zoomed in and it didn't move. That is actually not the case. I quite a while playing this game, like quite a while later, figured out what that actually is. What that is, let me pause the game for just a moment. So, okay, you see the aim circle? No, you can't. Oh yeah, there it is. See the aim circle? Like right there, that thing. The size of the aim circle, when you're zoomed out, can be pretty big, right? And when you zoom in, your screen is only this big. While if you look here, like the aim circle is this bit, right? In stone here. When we zoom in, that stone, the aim circle is like 4 times as big. If you're at full bloom, your aim circle is actually bigger than your screen, but they don't want your aim circle to be off your screen. So what they do is they put it at like 80% the size of your screen, and it stays there until the circle actually shrinks down, that it fits within your screen, and then it starts shrinking down. So whenever you see that and you think that it's stuck, it actually isn't. It just means it's so big it doesn't fit in your screen, as it were. And trying to go through the side there. Oh, we can ammo rack. Fix the ammo rack. But that is actually the case there, and I didn't know that initially either. Almost had a nice shot at his lower plate there, but he pulled back just far enough. Shot dips into the ground. We do bounce some return shells. This thing is actually quite sturdy from the front. Now, I'm not sure if 175 pin is enough to go through the cheek of the T-28. Probably should have aimed that for just a second longer, but we did have an IS-3 on our side that would have put a shot into our side there if we waited too long. The turret on this thing is pretty tough as well. Well, bounce a shot. I would put one just through his beak at that point, but the low plate works as well. He was over-angling his beak, so we could have just gone through the front of the beak there. Bounce another shot. Yeah, this thing is actually hull down. This thing is pretty damn tough. Now, I don't know if this thing... Oh, yeah. Aim time is pretty bad. Accuracy, not fantastic either. Loading up a heat shell here. Haven't been paying attention, but I think this is the first heat shell. And there we go, finish him off. It would be an idea to actually load up 1 or 2 HE shells in this thing as well. If you're facing an open top vehicle, then, you know, HE shell will just wreck it. So, waiting for that depression. Crap. Just trying to put one in so we don't get shot in the face. Sadly, do not penetrate it. Could go for the turret roof there, maybe. Side of the turret, come on. Yep, that's good enough. Thank you for turning it. I don't know why he turned his turret around. Oh, crumble. He damaged our track, or not our track, our turrets. Bounce the next shell. Puts one in. That's a bit of a waste. I think we still had a heat shell loaded there, but come on, just go forward. Missed opportunity. Could have gone forward there and rammed him. We do have a... Oh, we get ammo rack. That is bad. We have already used our repair kits. Miss a shot there. It's difficult with these... with the slow turning turret. Oh, back up into the rock. Back up, back up, back up, back up. Ah, we get tracked. That is very unfortunate. But it seems this Cromwell B is having some issues in killing us here. Come on. Oh, and he missed. Runs into the rock. Bounces off of frontal armor. And we finish him off. Oh, our team was trying to help. We were getting some fire in from the hill, or from the other parts at least, so they were helping. They had to be careful, of course, not to put shots into us, but... So, thank you, team, for actually helping. That's always nice. Well, we have a KV-4 that seems to be AFK. We're shooting down into his armor, so we're going to have enough pen to go through here. As we bounce. Why am I still talking? Come on, that was bullshit. Switching over to heat shells, we should be able to just pen him with our normal AP shells. Because we're shooting down on him, we should be able to go into the weaker part, but he seems to be AFK or disconnected or something. Waiting for that reload. Sweet, that's another shell. Yeah, I don't think heat is the way to go here. I think just AP will do fine. We got slope surfaces from this kind of angle, which AP would deal with a lot better than the heat. But might not be a bad idea to finish off the SU-152, because he's probably still actually here, where the KV-4 is just bait right now. And boom, shoot him up his ass there, finish him off. Can we reload in time to finish off the KV here? Somebody shooting HE at him. Oh yeah. Somebody putting in a big shell. Another shell going in. Come on. To get around his side. Come on. And nope, we don't get the kill. Dang it. Oh well. Let's take a look at the stats. And here we are with the stats. Master Batch, Ace Tanker, we got a Bruiser, we got a Spotter? Okay, we got a Shellproof, we got a Spartan, and a Steel Wall. I need to play my WZ one-on-one a lot more. The thing is pretty much the same as this tank. I think it has a little bit more weak spots on top of the turret, like hatch-wise. But other than that, it is almost identical. There really isn't much between these two vehicles. They're just a little bit different, and I think the gun handling is a little bit better on a WZ111. But overall, they're pretty much the same vehicles. Like, if you have a 112, there's really no need to get a 111. Because they are so damn similar. But since I got the 111 and I don't have the 112, I think. Not that I know of, at least, but I've kind of lost track of all the premiums I have. Yeah, I think I'm coming up on 100 tanks or close to it, so I kind of lose track sometimes of what I have and what I don't have. Anyways, I don't think I have it, but don't need it because I have the WZ111. So, walked away with, let's sort this by experience here, 1418 experience, very nice, doing just shy of 3k damage and 5 kills. Almost had our Top Gun, but it was denied in the end. Oh well, it happens. Enemy team, they dropped off pretty quickly. The IS-3 and the T-28 prototype held out for quite a while, but they just didn't do the damage. They just could not find the shots. Sucks to be them. Let's take a look here. Fire 20, hit 17, pen 10. Yeah, we had a lot of bouncing shots, but that's kind of what you get with these Chinese heavy tanks. The accuracy is just so poor, and the Top Gun, like on these premiums especially, the penetration is just so lacking that you're just gonna have to fire shots and hope they pin, and you'll just have a lot of them not pin. I mean, we still hit 17 out of 20, which is pretty good. But then you not pinned 7 out of the 17, which is, you know, a pretty big number. That's like 1/3 of the shells didn't pin. But that's what you're gonna get, because the penetration of 175 when facing tier 8s frontally is just not a lot. It's pretty low. And it's just something you're gonna have to deal with. But you do 390 damage per shot, so it does rake up pretty quickly still. So, yeah, not bad. We took 26 hits to the face, 8 of them penetrated, 18 did not, 4.3k damage blocked by armor, which is pretty good. We damaged 6, destroyed 5, we spotted 1. Woohoo! How the hell did we get spotted then? Okay. Well, we got 1200 spotting damage, that's probably why. And walked away with 65k profit with the premium account. Not too shabby at all. Compensation for damage caused by allies. Oh, we got shot by an ally. Great. That's always great. So, in total, we received 4,467 experience. Thank you guys for watching. If you liked this video, give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more, please subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one.